Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Are you ready? We have now come to the vote on the 41 World Scout Conference and 13 World Scout Youth Forum 2017. Before we begin, may I take this opportunity on behalf of the World Scout Committee to express our appreciation for the offers of both candidates, Azerbaijan and Malaysia, in presenting us with two outstanding event proposals. Please give them a round of the applause. Let me now to ask General to contact the voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could I please ask the tellers to come forward just to the middle of the hall, just in front of the stage, please. Thank you. For the vote on the 41st World Scout Conference and 13th World Scout Youth Forum, we will essentially follow the same procedure as for yesterday's vote on the moot. First of all, I would like to once again show you the ballot box and confirm to you that it is empty. And I will now entrust the ballot box to our tellers for the conduct of the vote. In your voting kits, you will find a yellow ballot paper to be used for the purposes of the vote on the World Scout Conference and Youth Forum. In accordance with the rules of procedure, each delegation has 6 votes which it may assign as it chooses. You may choose to allocate all 6 of your votes for one candidate or split your votes between the candidates. Please indicate clearly on the ballot paper the number of votes you wish to cast. A tick or an X beside either candidate will not be sufficient for the tellers, so please write the number of votes you wish to cast. Please be careful when filling in your ballot paper, as any ballot paper that appears to indicate 7 or more votes cast shall be deemed null and void. We'll now pause for a minute to allow each delegation to fill in its ballot, after which I will begin the roll call. Is there any water? I will now begin the roll call. If you are holding a proxy on behalf of another National Scout organisation, it will be extremely helpful if when the name is called you would make 2 separate trips up to the stage to vote rather than coming up with 2 ballots in your hands, simply to avoid any confusion for our tellers. Algeria, Angola, Argentina, Armenia, Australia, Austria, Azerbaijan, Bahamas, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belarus, Belgium, Belize, Benin, Bolivia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Botswana, Brazil, Brunei Darussalam, Bulgaria, Burundi, Cambodia, Cameroon, Canada, Chad, Chile, Scouts of China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Côte d'Ivoire, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Ecuador, Egypt, Estonia, Ethiopia, Fiji, Finland, France, Georgia, Germany, Ghana, Greece, Grenada, Guatemala, Guyana, Haiti, Hong Kong, Hungary, Iceland, India, Indonesia, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Kazakhstan, Kenya, Republic of Korea, Kuwait, Latvia, Lebanon, Lesotho, Liberia, Libya, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, Madagascar, Malaysia, Maldives, Malta, Mexico, Republic of Moldova, Monaco, Mongolia, Montenegro, Mozambique, Namibia, Nepal, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Nigeria, Norway, Oman, Pakistan, Panama, Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Romania, Russian Federation, Rwanda, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Republic of Serbia, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sudan, Suriname, Swaziland, Sweden, Switzerland, Tajikistan, United Republic of Tanzania, Thailand, Togo, Trinidad and Tobago, Turkey, Uganda, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, United States, Uruguay, Zimbabwe.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Ladies and gentlemen, next we will hear more from Messenger of Peace, led by Peter Elliott.
Welcome to the Messengers of Peace.
Bienvenue chez les messagers de la paix.
Selamat datang di Messenger of Peace.
مرحبا بكم في رسل السلام.
Welcome to Messengers of Peace.
Selamat datang di Messenger of Peace.
مرحبا بكم في رسل السلام.
Bienvenue chez les messagers de la paix.
Bienvenidos a Mensajeros de la Paz.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Welcome. Yes, this is the first time I ever wore a headset like this, and I don't know if I feel liberated or like an animal with a headset on. So, this afternoon we have our Messengers of Peace presentation. We've got a mix and variety of scouts from every corner of our shared planet. And you just finished watching a collection of wonderful videos from our Africa region. Truly inspirational. To date, Messengers of Peace has over 150 funded projects with National Scout organizations and associations. We've got over 38,000 independent volunteer network projects that Scouts have done that are registered on scout.org. And as I hope you saw and were impressed by earlier this week, over 580 million hours of service that are recorded. Those are only the hours we've been able to record thus far, done by Scouts voluntarily all over the world. And I think we all deserve a round of applause for that. So we've got a wide selection of panelists here today, and I'd like to ask Mari to please give us a little background and context on Messengers of Peace.
Thank you, Peter. I hope it is working, right?
Yes.
This is the first time I'm wearing this also. Well, since its launch in 2010, Messenger of Peace is the natural evolution of the Gift for Peace project that was embraced by the World Scout Committee in 2001. And Gift for Peace delivered hundreds of local service projects in 2007 to celebrate centennial of Scouting. And Messenger of Peace became the greatest support we ever received in allowing us to do great things for Scouting and our community. In particular, Messengers of Peace helps to develop and grow our National Scout organization and also the National Scout associations, especially those that have few resources, right? And today we would like to share with you the good work undertaken by Scouts through Messengers of Peace to strengthen Scouting and to inspire Scouts to take action to help their local communities. That actions help create a better world. And projects funded by Messengers of Peace are leading to measurable results in many Scout programs, both better educational programs for youth and better programs for adults in Scouting.
Great. Very well said. Thank you, Mary. Let's take a minute and introduce our panelists. So, Leo, you want to let's start on the end and go down.
Hello, I'm Irina Pruidze. I come from Eurasia region. I'm chairman of the Eurasia Regional Committee, and my home country is Georgia. And I'm also a Messengers of Peace hero.
So, good afternoon. My name is Kasper. I'm from Denmark, but here I'm representing the Danes in the background there. But today I'm representing Europe because I'm here as the coordinator of the Diversity and Inclusion Group in the European region. And that's what I'm going to tell you guys about.
Hola, my name is Leonardo Morales. I came from Costa Rica. I am the chairman of the Inter-American Scout Committee.
Yeah, there's a microphone.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ahmed. I'm from Arab region, from Sudan. I'm the second tallest person in this conference. And
you are. Good.
And I'm proud that I'm a messenger of peace.
C'est Armand Diego, du scoutisme béninois.
I come from Scouting in
My
Benin.
name is Cynthia, and I'm the luckiest person because I had a job and I've got all your support to do my job, so thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Espen Holle, and I am one of the outgoing youth advisors to the World Scout Committee.
And my name is John, and I make the tea in the World Scout Foundation.
Okay, good. So now we would like to show the slide about APR MOP project statistics slide. Please take a look at it.
Actually, I think it's been up there.
Oh, it just came out, I think.
Okay.
Yes. This is what we have, and that one is the next one.
It's all new to me.
Okay. Okay, so I now ask one of our youth advisor, the outgoing youth advisor, Esben Holliger from Holland, to talk about some specific messengers of peace projects, right?
Yes, I have been part of the committee for the last triennium, and I have seen how Messengers of Peace have contributed to the work that we have done in the triennium, especially in our 4 priority areas that you have heard about before: the 21st century leadership, youth for change, our strategic path, and global support. And in all of these areas, we have been very lucky to be able to fund projects and create initiatives that have supported the organization from a, global perspective, but also from a capacity building perspective, which we have enjoyed a lot and which have helped us in our work as a committee in order to be able to deliver better services and create better support to you as NSOs. And I'm also sure that for the next triennium that we will still see how Messengers of Peace can build in to our new strategic priorities and make sure that we can continue to create better services for the NSOs and, as an end result, better scouting for more young people, as Scott would put it.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to?
Yes. I've been asked also to introduce the next video. It's one of the Messengers of Peace projects called Ticket to Life. And we have a video from the Philippines that we would like to share with you. Thank you.
Let's go. Asa na? Wala ba si Jerwin, Marjorie? Sige po, babalik na lang po kami na. Noel, tara na, Noel. Balik na lang tayo. This is Jerwin's parents. This is the family. They are his siblings. That's the mother. Nice si Marjorie. One of his sons enjoyed the scouting because his son, Jerwin, the eldest son, believed that through scouting, the values and skills that he learned from scouting, in the future, he will have a good future and a better life so that his mother and his sibling will be out of the street. She introduced herself that she is Len Len. She's 16 years old. She's studying in high school in third year high school. She has a dream. She wants to go to college and university. She wants to finish her study. And the other one is the elder. The elder one is Charis. She's now 18 years old, 17 years old. She's going to the university. She's planning to take an IT, possible computer science. And as of now, their dream is a small store. But hopefully, someday, it will become a supermarket or a big grocery. Sa inyo.
Ay, hindi rin po. Kasi na ba doon ah? Wala mga aso eh.
Wala naman daw pong tao, wala daw pong
Walang tao, pwede makyat.
Andyan yung yung tatay,
Andyan yung tatay niya.
Yung mga, asan sila Mark dyan? Oo.
Asan yung
Talaga. Pinapakita ni Butcho ko yung pera niya. Milyo. Oh.
I remember him.
Where have you been? Saan ka galing? Doon yung he's the scout who lived on this place, the 10 siblings. He's the scout. He went out for for you said something? Anong ginawa mo? Anong ginawa mo? Nagbenta kayo ng sigarilyo? Oh, yeah, they sell cigarette. They selling a cigarette and cup noodles in the street with their mother. At night they have a job, and then during day they go to school.
I'm Oliver, I'm from Singapore. I thought about this idea of coming down to support one of the Ticket to Life groups at the 22nd World Jamboree in Sweden. I was lucky enough to see some of the videos made by WASM, and I actually approached Sid about the Ticket to Life troop in Manila. And to my surprise, he actually said that his wife was in charge of running the group, and I met Sophie at one of the APR events in 2010. So I actually thought of coming down here and raising a little bit of money for them, and at the same time bring a little bit of an international flavor to this, and maybe share some of my experiences and some of my knowledge from around the world. So I'm actually also assisting them in their Scouts of the World Award, their Discovery section. I'll be helping them in one of their merit badges, and also going to share the culture about Singapore and the UK with them. Because actually some of the money raised was raised not only in Singapore but in the UK. So I'm actually very happy to be here with them, and hopefully I'll have many more meetings and many more camps with them in the future. They pull their own tail, right? They pull their own tail, right? So they eliminated themselves.
What we are doing is a normal thing as a scout. We don't realize that what we are doing is a big thing for them. I did not realize that because, you know, as a scout, doing these things is a normal thing. But we did not realize that there's a big impact. There's a big change on their life, and they are. We gave inspiration. We gave inspiration to these children. We don't know that until this time that they're giving testimony. I am quite emotional because I never heard them. They are not approaching us saying, thank you that you did this, thank you that you're doing that for us. We just say thank you, and we never realize that they take in, and even though that small thing that we gave to them, it's a big thing for them. Their importance, even though they're street children, they now realize and they feel that they are important people, they are important important children in the street. And he said that, he said, I am very proud since that I came into scouting and a member of the scouting movement. I am very proud telling to people that, yes, I am a street children, I'm living in the street, but I am also a scout.
excellent. I think this is, I always get touched when I see or hear anything about this Ticket to Life project and how it has expanded in the region and are reaching a lot of youth. And I think it's also a very good example of how Messengers of Peace projects are not only affecting scouts, but also non-scouts, which is something that also relates to what will happen in this triennium and our proposed focus on social impact. So I think even here we will see also in the future more synergies between the Messengers of Peace and our triennial plan. What we've also seen is that the project also focuses on interreligious and intercultural dialogue, which is also something that I think is very valuable for our organization and that creates impact in the communities where it's practiced. And it's something that leaves the mark of scouting around the world. And before I talked a bit about how Messengers of Peace have supported us at the global level in WASM, but we have also seen how projects have helped NSOs and NSAs in becoming better, achieving more, and also, again, basically supported them in being better at what they're doing and help deliver more scouting to more young people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Espen, and I just want to again acknowledge you for all your great and hard work as a youth advisor. Thank you very much. Wish you the best. So it's projects like Ticket to Life, and we've got them going all over the world with the support of Messengers of Peace, that we're able to demonstrate success and social impact and specific measurable results. And that is actually already resulting in other donors taking interest in Messengers of Peace, and we are attracting additional donors. And on that note, I want to draw attention to one of the key partners in Messengers of Peace, and that's the World Scout Foundation. So I'd like to ask John Gagin if he could share a few words about where things have come from and where they're going.
Well, thank you very much indeed. And Esben, you talked about social impact. And of course, this is evident. Scouting is making a huge impact on your communities, and what Messengers of Peace is doing is helping to tell that story. But I think one important thing is that I would like to comment on, Peter, is the management system that WASM, its regional offices, its central service offices, as you have them now, are actually running. Because what you've got now is a state-of-the-art system where decisions are made on whether a project should be funded or not is made at a regional level, where it should be, because it's regional teams that actually know what's going on the ground, and nobody in a central office knows really what is actually going on day to day. These teams are extremely well trained, very, very proficient. But Peter oversees that from the global project system in a system called NewDia, which is an online oversight system, which is linked to the funding of the World Scout Foundation, so we can see what's going on as well. And so we're able to tell on a day-to-day basis which projects are being funded, where the reports are, what photographs are in online, and how we can tell the story a little bit better. And just a result of that, I think, is the increase of fundraising we've been able to do. And I'd like to announce that since we started, we've had 6 new Baden-Powell Fellows recruited here in the World Scout Conference. And I'd like to congratulate all those people for being Baden-Powell Fellows, so thank you. But as important, and maybe a little bit more as you'll see in a second, that's $60,000. But since we started this conference, the Boy Scouts of America have announced 5 new families who've agreed to become Regal Circle members, which means that's $5 million, which we are contributing here. So by being able to tell the story, by hearing the results, by seeing the impact, we're able to attract more people to join you in the work that you're doing. I'd like to thank Wayne Perry in particular and all the team that he leads for the great work that you're doing in Boy Scouts of America and the partnership we have. Regal Circle people, we've gone from 4 when Messengers of Peace started to now 33 families who've given us $1 million each. That's not bad, eh? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, John, and please do give and express our sincere appreciation to all our friends at the World Scout Foundation.
Thank you very much indeed.
Mari?
Okay, so I would like to show this next slide about the statistics about the European region. Is it coming? Yeah. Okay, so this is a statistic slide of the European region. And I'd like to ask Kasper Pendersen from Denmark to share with us the update of the how Messenger of Peace is helping the projects in the European region.
Cheers. You guys can hear me? It's slow out there. So I'm here to talk with you guys about two things. One of them is my note that's just out here. No, one thing is what the region is doing at this moment and how we are being helped by the fundings of the Messengers of Peace. Another one is like a sunshine stories from the Belgians, a small but very big project they're doing. The first thing will be the region. So in the region, our main objective is capacity building for the NSOs and NSAs within diversity and inclusion, which is linking in some ways to the strategic plan that Espen was telling about before as well. In Europe, the Messengers of Peace funding helps us making events, trainings on human rights, rights in all social manners, and educating people, and mostly also helping the work that we're carrying out by having people to understand that in a way to make diversity and inclusion, you have to change your minds and your perceptions. So it goes back to yourself. And that's one of the main things within the region. And then we have the Belgian project. Where's the Belgians in here? They're down there. Yes, they're actually here. So in Belgium, there's a pilot project. It's an awareness program going on where they're trying to reach out to social vulnerable children and youth. And the way they're doing it is by letting the troops go out, analyze within their own community, what are the stakeholders, and what kind of minorities or groups within a society would they like to engage with. And when they found out about this, they are going out, troop by troop, and trying to make scouting with these people. And the most interesting thing about it is that it's not just about increasing membership, because that's not what it's about. It's about trying to change the world a bit, which is what we should be doing. But it's also about trying to change the attitudes and try to make a real difference. And they do this by going into the society, coming out again, going in and going out, in order to make the young people aware of how scouting is, feel scouting on themselves, and then when the project is over, they'll ask the children if they want to join scouting or not, using BP's ideas about Ask the Boy. So if we don't have more scouts, that's actually not the real aim of it. The real aim is they've gone out into society and embraced these people with a positive view, changed their minds on that other people within society is nice people, and that actually they want to engage with them. And I think it also goes both ways, because it goes back to our scouts as well. It's about that when we do this, and when we do the diversity and inclusion, which you guys are helping us with, we're changing the world by making a difference in our own minds as well. And that's the most important thing. And isn't it fantastic that we are getting helped by the Messengers of Peace by this?
Great, great. Thank you very much, Kasper. Now we're going to draw our attention to the rich and exciting region of Africa. You saw the videos at the beginning. Our guest comes from the NSO of Benin, which has a very interesting capacity strengthening project. And I'd like to emphasize that you've heard a lot about global support and the global support assessment tool. And this is an example where an NSO, on their own initiative, based on the results of the audit, have gone out voluntarily to address and strengthen themselves. And that's what Armand Diago from Benin will speak about in French.
Merci.
Thank you. Yes, indeed, our aim was capacity strengthening. Scouting actually, one NSO has undergone, has used the tool to evaluate, and thanks to the support of this project, we have managed, Scouts in Benin have managed to identify governance as one of the main areas of intervention for this project. And as it's been said, we have ourselves developed tools in order to strengthen the organizational management of our NSO. So here are the main steps we've gone through. We have drafted some documents. These documents were pre-validated with the support of others. And this is the rules of procedure, the constitution, the financial document, the procedure manual for recruitment, the policy of human resources management. So these were the documents we have worked upon. Next steps, organization of the extraordinary conference in order to validate and approve these various documents I was just mentioning. This is a very focused activity. And this should help us to improve governance and management. So what are the challenges? Since there is a lack of resources, the association is actually collecting funds itself, internally, at the local level, and we should do this with the support of the Regional African Bureau. And the association can count on the support of Messengers of Peace for the promotion of these tools. Now, let's talk about the results. Strengthened capacities, better communication internally and externally, which increases credibility and the visibility of the NSO. New knowledge in terms of partnerships. Now, future. Actually, as far as the Messengers of Peace is concerned, NSOs are supported to develop their internal procedures and control systems. And we actually are preparing to do the tool again in 2015. And the idea is to actually achieve the established objectives and to finalize the process within 6 months. Thank you very much.
Chairman, for inspiring speech, showing, introducing the great work that has been done in NSO in Benin. And I hope all NSOs and NSAs see this as an example to replicate, especially to improve their governance and operational capacity. Okay, now I'd like to introduce my friend, the chairperson of the Inter-America region, Leonardo Morales, and let him, introduce the great work what Messenger of Peace is helping in his great region.
Thank you, Marisang. So I think that for our region, Messengers of Peace is having a very good impact. We are changing lives through this project. I think that we have had some number of projects in our region that has been very successful in terms to provide an opportunity for our youth and also have social impact. Second, the Brazil Scout Association, we are having a successful and very fantastic project with Scouts are helping the youth in risk in terms to provide a new opportunity for life. And this project has been running for 3 years, and also the Scout Association of Brazil, they are including this process in the operational plan of the organization. I think this is a fantastic project, and I think we have a video just to show you some of that.
Tinha muita ânsia de trabalhar com a juventude, com as crianças. E quando eu pensei de formar este grupo, que a juventude começou a gostar do que é esse tratado. Vai mudar bastante. Eu acredito que a juventude está ansiosamente esperando que aconteça, que tudo seja realidade, como eles pensam, como eu penso também.
Nó chả về cô tê rồi chả bữa nay cho nó mẹ atividade chả chứ chăm cái bạn cái nào mẹ cái nét tại cô tê rồi nét tại đi nữa cái
vem ajudando com essas orientação que a gente passa para as crianças levarem para casa e conversarem com os pais, né, para ter uma vida melhor. Né?
Grande importância ter esse movimento. Além do que resgata a civilidade, né? Tem todo um trabalho que os escoteiros fazem com essas crianças. É um movimento do Brasil inteiro, né? A gente só quer que realmente dê certo, que funcione.
Uma vez escoteiro, sempre escoteiro!
E quando eles chegam, eles já dão sempre alerta, em vez de dar mão, eles abraçam a gente como se dissesse, eu estou aqui, né? Vim para ficar.
Aquela não é menina de viver na rua, sai para aula e quando vai para o chefe do escoteiro.
A mudança social, o benefício social que o escotismo está levando para essas pessoas é um benefício que não há dinheiro que pague. O escotismo não é aquele mundinho que eles viviam, que é um mundo muito grande, é uma nação, né?
Continuing with this, the project that we are running in our region, months ago I had the privilege to visit a Scout of Haiti. They are running a fantastic project. They are running a project that is really doing change in the society. It's amazing to see Scouts, how they are trying to involve people, youth especially, in terms to try to educate, try to have the opportunity to use a computer in the solidarity centers. It's fantastic. And I remember all the spirit that they are sharing every time and all the strong commitment they have for trying to use that force. Also, in Scout of Haiti, we have the support of our former Secretary General Luc Panisot, who is help them in terms to strengthen the capacity and the operational matters and constitutional matters for the organization. Another example that is very important for our region is the international leadership training that is focusing and trying to develop the new generation of leaders in our region. This is a very important aspect that in terms of youth involvement in our region. So I think that beside of that result of this training, we already have some international results as kind of projects like Trees for the World and Books for All that is having a very good impact. And as it was shared before, that in Trees of the World, there is several thousand of trees that has been planted all over the world. So that's the information, and MOP, it's very, very important in our region.
Thank you very much, Leo. Muchísimas gracias to you and your region and your leadership. I'd like to now invite Cynthia Marquez, who happens to also come from your region, to the podium to speak to us about the network and the network of service.
Okay, thank you so much, Peter. As I mentioned before, I honestly believe I'm the luckiest person in the world because I happen to work with all of you and to get all your support. And I have now the task to share, something that someone else shared with us many, many years ago, and the reason why we are all here together, and it's Baden-Powell. I'm sure we all, the ones that are here, sometimes, or at least one time, we share one service activity, either very young or as adults. And at the end of the day, we felt really, really proud that we've been participating in something that changes someone else's life. And that was his vision when he tried to make this big movement after or in the middle of a world war situation. But he also mentioned an idea, and he mentioned this idea in the first event that gathers leaders like we are gathering here today, which was a world conference, and it was the idea of a global network of service. And the power of that idea is that if we can all share a bigger purpose and more important than our nationalities, our culture, our differences, our ethnicities, we can actually transcend as a group of humans to something that cannot break anything. Nothing can break that because we actually evolve and leave behind anything that is in a lower level. We actually assume a common purpose, and that's the invitation that we are trying to make to you and that we are asking you to do to your scouts and to the people in your countries and in your communities. Can we join a global network of service not only about scouts, but about human beings? Because we are talking about the organization and it's about a common effort and it's about being consistent, We are aligning our efforts with the youth program policy that has been proposed to you during this conference, and we are aligning efforts with any service-oriented program that you are running in your NSOs, because Scouting is about peace. If we adopt this set of values, if we do this every day, we are actually sending a message of peace to our communities and the people surrounding us. And we can become a positive influence to the people who is looking at us and actually observe how on earth are we still going to the camps, how on earth we spend so much time in Scouting, and why, after so many years in Scouting since young, we are still there. So we want you to invite your Scouts group. We are inviting all the Scouts of the world to join this effort. We want you to go and share the story with your local governments, your families, your friends, because we all should support our young people to become global citizens. And that's the main purpose of Messengers of Peace. We also want to share something else, that we feel proud that your NSOs have initiated 142 projects funded by Messengers of Peace. But that number is really, really tiny compared to 38,000 projects, non-funded, started by your Scouts because they just wanted to do something for your community. And that's the power of Scouting, and that's the power of a young person trying to do something good for their community. And we have the possibility to be listened by them, and we should be acknowledged and feel the privilege we have by having their ears and by having their energy, and we should lead them to continue doing that. Since 2012, in October, we started registering what Scouts are doing and registering what you are helping to do. And in a 2 years' time effort, we already gathered 500 million service hours, but we know there are so many service hours that have not been registered yet. And one Scout was asking me today, why should we share all these stories in scout.org or to any of our friends? It's about marketing, he said. It's about just making publicity out of Scouting. And I honestly believe that this world now is focusing on more bad news and more bad stories, and we all human beings react by imitation. And we should create a system, and we should foster a system where we have more good things to talk about, and that's why we are asking you and your Scouts to share your stories. We want other people to believe that we can do something good if we join efforts together. Through this year, and because many of your Scouts also ask us, why are we talking about peace if Scouting is about something else? We've learned that actually Scouting is about peace. UNESCO defined peace culture in 1999 as a set of values practiced in a daily basis. And by practicing that, we actually create peace around us. And that's why it's so important to promote peace, not only in a war situation or a conflict situation, but in a non-conflict situation, because in that way we actually invite people to imprint with those values, and in that way also we are changing our cultures and our communities. So for us and for Scouting, we are actually doing peace, and we are inviting you to join a 15-minute effort each day. The possibility is that if we do 15-minute service each day, which is kind of the time we use to do a good deed, we could actually register 10 million service hours each day, all of us. And that certainly can change the world. And all the Scouts that listen to us can actually receive that message And we can actually ask them, can you tell that same message to another person? And then we will double the impact of Scouting. So our goal is to inspire all the 40 million Scouts, and if we can, the 100,000 million Scouts that we want. But not only Scouts. This is not a Scout story. We should be the Scouts leading that story, but we want to inspire people, all the people around us. All the people around us who actually also are part of creating the culture we want and the culture we live in and the societies we live in. And because we are actually everywhere, we want them to believe. We want you to believe that people can make a positive change. And if you believe, your Scouts will believe. And if your Scouts can believe, they will be willing to do the effort. And if they are willing, another young person will be willing to join, and another adult will be willing to support them. And your local governments and your governments, country governments, will be willing to support Scouting because it's about supporting peace. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very much, Cynthia, on inspiring us with the Network for Service. We're now going to move our attention to the Eurasia region, and I think we have some statistics of the MOP activities in the Eurasia region ready to go up. And it's my honor, it's my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Eurasia region, who's going to share with us their experience of Messengers of Peace, Irena Prutzi from Georgia.
Thank you, Peter. Well, I can still recall, although I'm very young, of course, how Scouting was forbidden due to mandatory participation of the youth in a pioneering movement during the era of the Soviet Union. Today, our region is focused on re-energizing the Scout movement for the youth, and voluntarily this time, not mandatory, of course. And as a young region, of course, we face some challenges which make our lives even more interesting and our region more promising. Membership growth is one of the aims for our region, and of course, quantity is always connected to quality. So there is no membership without good service, and the service can't be provided without high standards of organizational management and governance. Therefore, organizational development is one of the key issues in our region. And just recently, Cynthia helped us to provide the training for all NSOs of the Eurasia region on the skills necessary to celebrate, highlight, and promote the Scout values in a way of attracting more and more young people to Scouting. There are a number of projects ongoing in our region, MOP projects, and they are targeting and tackling the issues which are important both for the region as a whole and for the particular countries. Our Scouts and Scouters are doing a great job to cover the important issues to make social impact on the society. We have different kinds of projects. Some of them are more about NSO capacity building, but some are on different issues like the environment protection and sustainability, prevention of violence among the youth, migrant and migration issues. We have also projects about community development, and all of them are amazing. And people are so motivated and so dedicated to do these projects. We had example of the project of Armenia 2 days ago. We saw a very nice project working with orphanage kids, and we saw how happy they became from this project. And also there have been a lot of nice projects in Ukraine, Belarus, Georgia, etc. And all of us in the Eurasia region, which is facing some very serious challenges to peace right now, see Messengers of Peace project as a very important tool and resource to build sustainable NSOs, to connect with more youth, and to promote scouting, and of course, to embrace the universal values of peace.
Thank you very much, Irina. Mari?
Good. So now we have next slide, have statistic of Arab region. Is it coming? Good. Okay, so Ahmed, you're from Sudan.
Yes.
Okay, a country where there's a big conflict and peace,
Yes.
right? And tell us how scouting, especially the Messenger of Peace, is making a difference in your country.
Thank you. First of all, I prepare a whole speech for this moment, but now I think I'm going to talk from heart, because the word come from heart, so touch your heart directly. Thank you. Yes, looks like she said. There is many conflict things, and Arab Spring, it came from my region, and it affects a lot of youth around the region. But the only thing that it affects the real youth in my region is the scout spirit. So I can't talk about the project that the people in my region try to do it as a messenger of peace, because it's a huge project and a huge dreams. It become truth because the fund and the helping and the support from the WASM and from the World Scout Foundation, it turned many people, and it helped many scouts around the Arab region to do what did they dream about it, and to try to stand up by a power hand and stand up powerfully to against all of these conflict things. I would like to say that the social media, it affects so much to reflect the real work that the scout around my region and around all the world do it. So I don't want to forget, there is many people send me many messages. They would like to see the conference. Light, please. Yes? They would like to see the Messenger of Peace sign from the whole of the people here in the conference. So please help me to do that. So, yes? Light, please. Yes, yes. I would like to see the Messenger of Peace sign, please. Yes, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. Yes, yes, here. On 3, 2. Back there, I can see it. Yes, please. On 3, 2, 1. Selfie, please. Sorry.
I like that.
Next time.
Yeah.
So yes, all of this, it affects people so much. I would like to talk about a simple point, is the positive energy. So the positive energy that Messenger of Peace, it gives for many people, because all of you see that around the social media, internet, and when you hear the news, there is a lot of negative energy come from the conflict, the fighting, and the poverty problems. All of that, it affects our dreams, our creativity. But the Messenger of Peace show the world about the real positive energy that every scout have to give it to another people around the world. And here we would like to make a balance in between both the negative energy and the positive energy. I hope that as a scout we will take the flag for the positive energy and to split it for all of the world. The last point I would like to talk about it is the very affecting that the World Scout or the fund, it came from the World Scout Foundation. It helped our region very much to make many of our dreams become true. For example, my tent, your tent from Lebanon, it take a good position and it affect a lot of people in the Lebanon, and it helped many refugees came from Syria, and also the project that in Saudi Arabia in Hajj season, also in Sudan, also in Libya, all of the Arab countries who are taking this seriously and do a lot of projects. I think my time is up, but in the end, I would like to also show from this place my support to the Boy Scout Association, the Sudan Boy Scout Association, who are in this moment exactly standing and try to help the people from the flood crisis. They are so powerful guys and ladies, and they try hard. I'm sure all of that, I'm sure all of you, me, you, Peter, and the lady with the green t-shirt, also there, my friend as an observer, all of the delegate, you share our dreams to make a better world. So please help and support the Messenger of Peace project to select our point and to make a better world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ahmed. I'm sure, I can assure all of us here and all of us in World Scouting.
I forget
what?
Very important things. I'm Ahmed Amin. I'm a scout. I'm a messenger of peace. I would like to be your Secretary General. Thank you.
Good. We have to see where the scout is. Okay, thank you, Ahmed. I'm sure, I can assure that we all here and also all of us in the World Scouting can share the hopes and dream to make the better world. Okay, the stories, your stories and all the stories that we heard in the last hour that can show that it is a good example of how or what can Scouting do or are doing in the world to create a better world.
Ahmed, you're a hard act to follow. Thank you. Thank you. You've seen the Messengers of Peace booth outside. We've got a Better World magazine, and on the memory stick you all received, you've got an electronic version of that. We're wrapping up our session. Thank you for your attention. If there's any questions, each of our regional offices and our joint offices in Geneva and KL are here to support you. And now I'd like to thank Mari and ask her to wrap our session up.
Now, in closing our session, it has been said that the best evidence of success is what others are saying about you. Please enjoy our closing video. No, baby stand.
Kelly?
Thank you so much for the good presentation and great achievement from the Messenger of Peace. I now invite Hannah to come on stage to provide us with the networking session information.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I hope you're not too tired and that you're ready for the networking sessions. I'll keep it short. I know everybody's excited to hear the results. We will have a total of 7 networking sessions organized for people in different roles in Scouting. But please feel free to choose your networking session not only based on the role you have, but also based on your interests for cooperation with participants with different roles. The sessions and locations are as follows. World and regional committee members and youth advisors in Galeria, international commissioners in Urška 4, chief commissioners in Povodni Moj 1, chief executives in Povodni Moj 4, program commissioners in Povodni Moj 3, and there will be interpretation to French available for this session. Adults and Scouting training commissioners in Povodni Moj 2, as well interpretation in French will be available for this session. And finally, communication officers will be in the Cupola foyer. The session starts at 4 o'clock and ends at 5:45. And let the networking begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. The votes are in the World Scout Conference and Youth Forum 2017 are Azerbaijan 555, Malaysia 290. Congratulations to Azerbaijan. The afternoon plenary session has now concluded. Have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow.